Yo, what's up everybody? My name is Gary. This is my new channel, Jets GC. Give me a chance. This channel will be about Jets news and NFL news. Right now, I'll be doing a video on the mock offseason and what I think the Jets should do. Please subscribe and give me a chance. Let's get to the video. So first off with the Jets cuts, I have the Jets cutting Alex Lewis, guard. This move saves us $5.3 million. I was either down to either cutting Alex Lewis or Greg Van Roten. I also think we should keep one of them for depth. I decided to cut Alex Lewis because it saved us more money, and we could use that $5.3 million elsewhere. For our second cut, I have us cutting Ryan Griffin, tight end. The first time we traded for him in 2019, he did pretty good, giving us 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. But this year, he was nowhere to be found, and we could use his $1.8 million elsewhere, and I feel like we could find better fits at tight end. As for players the Jets should re-sign, this move happened yesterday. The franchise tag got hit on to Marcus May. I think that is the right move for the Jets. This move puts us in $10.5 million per year. Marcus May deserves the money. We'll negotiate the deal later in the future. Brian Poole for 2 years, $16 million. There was a report that came out that the Jets are not interested in bringing back Brian Poole, which is crazy to me because he is one of the best slot corners in the NFL. Also, I have Neville Hewitt for 1 year, $2 million. Neville Hewitt led the team in tackles, so I would see why we wouldn't bring him back. Also, I have Terrell Basham getting a 1 year, $2 million deal. He has pretty good depth for the edge position because we lack edges. Terrell Basham has a good work ethic. He had a pretty okay year this year. And I feel like him having another year with the Robert Saleh defense will help a lot. Also, Harvey Lange getting a 1 year, $1 million deal. Harvey Lange doesn't really make him crazy plays, like someone who's going to really stand out to you, but he has a lot of heart on the field, which shows. And now going to the NFL free agents, I'm going to start this off with Joe Thuney. I feel like this is the perfect guy for Joe Douglas to spend money on. I think he's going to overpay Joe Thuney to be the guard for the New York Jets because the Jets desperately need guard help, and they're going to give him a 3 year, $45 million contract. Wide receiver Corey Davis. I see the Jets giving him a 4 year, $40 million deal. The Jets are desperate for an outside wide receiver, and I think Corey Davis would be a perfect fit for them. For the next free agent, I have the Jets signing Keanu Neal to a 2 year, $10 million deal. He went to Florida with Marcus May, so I feel like that's a good safety combination with them two together. I do not have them re-signing Bradley McDougald, so we would need another safety, and I feel like Keanu Neal would fit that role. Free agent, I have the Jets signing Jamal Williams to a 4 year, $20 million deal. This is a way for the Jets not to spend a lot of money on running back, and I feel like with the combination of Ty Johnson and Michael Piron, Jamal Williams will fit the new San Francisco run scheme very well. For the next free agent, I have the Jets signing Jonnu Smith to a 5 year, $40 million deal. I feel like he would have a good combination with Christopher Herndon, and he will help the new quarterback we'll get to later in the video out very well. Next, I have the Jets signing Carl Lawson to a 4 year, $40 million deal. The Jets are desperate for an edge rusher, and Carl Lawson coming off an 8-sack season will help just that with the Robert Saleh defense. So this is the first San Francisco player I have coming to the New York Jets. I have fullback Kyle Juszczyk getting a 2 year, $10 million deal, coming to play back with Robert Saleh. As for the final free agent, I have the Jets getting cornerback Richard Sherman, 2 years, $16 million. He'll be a big mentor for the people in the locker room, and he is buddies with Robert Saleh, so he goes back to play for Robert Saleh and finish his career out in New York. After all the free agents, I have the Jets having $26 million left in cap space, and we got to use the last $12 million for the NFL draft, so let's get to the NFL draft. But before we get to the NFL draft, I have a trade. I have Sam Darnold getting traded to the Washington football team for the 51st pick and a 2022 second round pick. With the second pick in the NFL draft, I have the New York Jets selecting BYU quarterback Zach Wilson. The Jets start fresh with a new quarterback, and that new quarterback will be Zach Wilson, as the Zach Wilson era in New York starts now. With the 23rd pick, the New York Jets select Elijah Vera Tucker, guard from USC. He's usually projected to go earlier, but in my PFN mock draft simulator, they have him falling to 23 as we take him as we are desperate for guard. With the 34th pick, I have the New York Jets selecting Asante Samuel Jr., cornerback out of Florida State. This will help the Jets desperately at cornerback, as cornerback is one of the biggest needs on this team, and Asante Samuel Jr. will fit and help fix that need. With the 51st pick, the pick that we got with the trade with Sam Darnold, I have the New York Jets selecting Terrence Marshall Jr., wide receiver out of LSU. This helps the Jets wide receiver core get some size and helps with an outside wide receiver to complement Corey Davis. With the 66th pick in the NFL draft, I have the New York Jets selecting Patrick Jones, the second edge out of Pitt. He is a big fit in our 4-3 system that we are going to run now, and it helps us with one of our biggest needs, also an edge rusher. With the 86th pick in the NFL draft, I have the New York Jets selecting running back Kenneth Gainwell out of Memphis. He will be a good complementary 1-2 punch with our newest signing, Jamal Williams. With the 107th pick, I have the New York Jets selecting Chaz Surratt, linebacker out of North Carolina. This pick gives us depth at the linebacker position and helps us just in case CJ Mosley isn't back to final form. 37th pick, the New York Jets select Divine Diablo, safety out of Virginia Tech. This pick is a complimentary to Marcus May and the newly signed Keanu Neal. Keanu Neal is also on a 2-year deal, as we also have Marcus May on the franchise tag. Just in case we lose one of them in the future, we have a safety ready. With the 155th pick, I have the New York Jets selecting Jalen Moore, offensive tackle out of Western Michigan. This pick will help with depth in the offensive tackle position, and him and Chuma Edoga will fight it out for the backup offensive tackle role. 188th pick in the NFL draft, I have the New York Jets selecting one of my favorite prospects coming out of the NFL draft this year, Tamorrion Terry, wide receiver out of Florida State. At the height of 6'4", with blazing speed, I feel like he is a hidden gem in this draft, and the New York Jets will be selecting him with the 188th pick. With the final pick in the draft, the 249th pick for the New York Jets, I have them selecting Miami kicker Jose Borregales. The Jets really need a kicker, and this is a perfect time to select one right here. Since losing Josh Myers, we have been terrible at kicking, and Jose Borregales will hopefully fix that issue. So that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to learn new steps into YouTube, so that probably wasn't the best video, but that is my first video, so try to support me as I try to get better at YouTube. If you want to see more videos like this, sub the Jets GC. I'm Gary, and I'm out. Peace.